Thank you for having me hold. So we're going to start our sermon out today with a video from a film called The Quiet Man. For those of you who aren't familiar with this film, it's an older film, and it stars John Wayne when he's pretty young. And the story is about John Wayne's character, whose name is Sean Thornton. And he was born in Ireland, but he grew up and was raised in the United States. And in the movie, he's returning to his homeland in Ireland, and he wants to buy back his house and live there. And in the very beginning of the film, when he buys back the land where his house that he was born in stands, he ends up upsetting one of his neighbors. The neighbor's name is Squire Will Danaher. And the squire wanted to own this piece of land, and Sean Thornton ends up buying it, right? And so the squire's really upset. And as luck would have it, the squire also has a younger sister, Mary Kate, who Sean Thornton, the John Wayne character, kind of takes a fancy to. So there's that added kind of dynamic to this conflict. So we're going to watch a scene from close to the beginning when Squire Will Danaher and Sean Thornton kind of confront one another in a bar. And I want you to watch this scene thinking about two things. So I want you to observe the squire's character and what kind of gestures or words does he say to display his power? So how does he try and convey that he's a powerful person to those around him and to Sean? And then I want you to observe Sean Thornton's character, the John Wayne character, and I want you to observe his gestures and his words, and I want you to look for compassion. How does he display compassion or peacefulness in the way that he acts in this scene? So I'm going to have you look for those two things. It's about 4 minutes long, and then we'll talk about it, okay? So let's watch it.
The men of Innisfree bid you welcome home.
Thank you.
And the men of Innisfree bid you welcome home. What's wrong with that little speech feeding?
Oh, you'll be knowing what's good.
I'm a man from Innisfree, and the best man. And I bid no welcome to any man fool enough to pay £1,000 for a bit of land that isn't worth 200.
Through for you, Squire. Didn't I hear of someone named Danaher bidding to 810, huh?
Get your book out. Put his name down. Dermot Bailey.
F-A-H-Y. No E, Squire Danaher.
And if you were half the man you think you are, you wouldn't be going to pawn the right to his own birthplace.
And that's my opinion.
What right is he to land that he's never worked? He's not land, is he?
You've too much of your own as it is. Quiet, if you please. Parliamentary procedure. Squire Danaher has the floor.
If I had the floor, I'd hit that big F with it.
Hold on. I don't blame Mr. Danaher for getting on his ear.
Who's on his ear? Why, you and 10 tons like you couldn't put the dinner on his ear.
That's just a way of speaking.
Well, then mind your ways, then.
The point is, it's already done. I own the property now, and as long as we're going to be neighbors...
Neighbors? Oh, neighbors. Never. And if I so much as catch you putting in wet foot on my property, Oh, and another thing. You keep away from my sister Mary Kate. She's not for the likes of you.
Where I come from, we don't talk about our women folk in saloons. You sort of make a habit of it. This morning I was widowed to land.
What's that? As true. It's a shame you should be. Look, I'm not accusing Mary Kate. It's him. Why, this very morning, let him deny if he can. At the back of the chapel, he took liberties that he shouldn't have.
I said good morning to her.
Good morning. Yes, but it was good night you had on your mind.
That's a lie.
That's a what?
I said that's a lie.
That's a word I take from no man. Put him your fist.
I'm not going to fight you, Dan.
But I'm going to fight you. show. Oh, he's drunk. Hey, Feely, take him home, will ya?
Come, Squire, don't slide your knuckles on the man.
Hey, all right,
Come on, Danner, what do you say?
Never. You take the man's hand or I'll read your name in the Mass on Sunday.
Oh, take it, Squire, take it.
And I'll join the Church of Ireland first. As if they'd had it. Now go on, take his hand. Shake hands with him like I tell you. Shake hands. Shake hands.
A good grip you have, Danner. I always hated a flabby handshake myself.
Father Paul.
Michelin, introduce me to this quiet, peace-loving man of yours.
I have a strange notion we're going to be friends, Yank. Well, give me a minute, just let some blood run back into this.
Jordan Thornton, his grandfather, a grand man he was home in Australia. Oh, I could tell you blood-curdling stories about him, but he's so smart.
All right. So what'd you notice? How about Squire Will Danaher? He's loud, yes. I can think of that. Yep, he's very loud. Yeah, he had that stance with his hands on his hip. The best man, right? Puffed up, yep. With his cane, he points a lot with his cane. He's got that instrument there. Gotta watch that. What else does he do?
Prone to violence.
What's that?
Prone to violence.
Prone to violence. Yeah, it sounds like you're diagnosing him there, Alicia. Yeah, he's ready to start a fight, right?
He also crowd manipulation.
Crowd manipulation, yeah.
He tries to pull the crowd to the side.
Yep, he
I
tries to.
see that guys have power to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's trying to, what's the word? Intimidate, right? Intimidate the people who are in the room. You notice the little interaction he has with the musician who makes mention of how much he was willing to pay for the land. He puts his name in his book and crosses it out, right? So there's all these different kind of gestures that he's trying to portray that he's a powerful man, right? Now how about the Sean Thornton character, John Wayne? How is he compassionate or peaceful?
Soft-spoken.
He says he's not going to fight him.
He's soft-spoken. He
He's-
doesn't raise his voice.
You're right, he did speak softer. What else?
He just said good morning to the sister and no reference to the...
Right, so he was being polite to the sister, and the squire read into that. Right. He sits back and crosses his arms. No pointing, right? Yeah. What else? There's one key thing that jumped out to me. He acknowledges that it makes sense for the squire to be upset. He tries to have compassion for him, right? And in spite of the fact that the squire is having none of it, he still insists on being neighbors, right? We're neighbors. As long as we're neighbors, we ought to get along. And then after he even tries to fight him, he still offers his hand in friendship. Or at least mutual respect, shall we say, right? Interesting. How is this a different kind of strength that the Sean Thornton character portrays? Confidence. Reserved. Steady. Maturity, yes.
He's calm, cool, and collected.
Say that again.
I said he's calm, cool, and collected.
Calm, cool, and collected. It's kind of an inner strength, isn't it? Doesn't need to display it with big gestures or fighting, loud words. It's quieter, you're right. More mature. How is this not typical for this time period? Especially for men, perhaps, shall I say. They're in Ireland, right? What's that mean?
Especially for Ireland.
Especially for Ireland, okay. Well, what's that mean, Tasha?
They're known for defending their territory and going right to the fight now, ask questions later.
Okay, so
It's a stereotype.
with stereotype, all right, let's acknowledge that. Well, they are in a bar, right? We'll acknowledge that too. But even in America, strength wasn't this kind of strength, was it? It was more often the strength that Squire displays. Physical strength. And control, right. Controlling through physical strength. And Sean Thornton has more of a kind of an inner emotional strength, which wasn't typical for men at this period, or even today, we could say. In our gospel today, Jesus teaches the Beatitudes. He's on the sermon, he's doing the Sermon on the Mount, and we get to hear that first portion called the Beatitudes. Blessed are the poor in spirit. That's how it starts. You got it. And he goes through this whole list of people who are blessed. And this teaching appears in two different gospels, here in Matthew and also in Luke. And they're slightly different in the way they're presented in the two gospels. But what's the same is that what Jesus says about who is blessed in the world turns on its head the wisdom of the world itself. If we were to listen to the things that we hear on television, in advertisements, in movies, the list might go something like this. Blessed are those who are healthy, for they will have a full life. They'll be able to play with their grandchildren, go on long hikes on mountains. Blessed are the healthy. And then it would say, Pastor Pat has her thing this time. Blessed are those who are happy. They'll have an exciting lifestyle. Disney World, theme parks. Blessed are those who are happy. Blessed are those who are powerful, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who are hunger and thirst for the latest trends, the latest technology, for they will live a life of style and convenience. Blessed are those who are merciless, for they will never be weighed down by the needs of others, the needs of the vulnerable. Blessed are the manipulators, for they will be like gods, manipulating people like puppets on strings to do what they want. Blessed are the warmongers, for they will be called heroes. Blessed are those who escape persecution, for theirs will be a safe and peaceful existence. Blessed are those who are admired and popular and praised, for they will be blessed with great fame and connection to important people. That's not what it says, is it? That's not what it says. What Jesus says starts out as, blessed are those who are poor in spirit. Those who suffer from addiction or anxiety, depression, those who have aches and pains, can't walk right, can't lift heavy things anymore, we need help to do daily tasks. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are those who mourn, who have lost people they loved, who have cried, have dared to express sadness, who have perhaps been labeled as weak or feeble or cowardly. Blessed are those who are meek. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, those who are touched by others' misfortune, who are angered by injustice, who truly desire to feed the hungry, to clothe the naked. Blessed are those who are merciful, who forgive those who wrong them, who give second and third and fourth and fifth chances to people who mess up, who use their power to lift up instead of put down. Blessed are the pure in heart, those who have simple needs, take pleasure in the little things, those who couldn't lie even if they wanted to, who say what they mean even if it exposes their weaknesses. Blessed are the peacemakers, those who compromise, those who try to find the middle ground, who work for the best of all. Blessed are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Blessed are those who put their reputation on the line to stand with those who are outsiders. Blessed are those who take risks to stand up for those who are vulnerable. And blessed are you when you are reviled, when you lose favor or a job, when you offend family members or friends, because you walk in the light and you follow Jesus. It's not what the TV tells us, is it? Not at all. Or the phone, or the computer screen. Walking in the light means that our brokenness is blessed. I'm sure inside of you, there's somebody who has been teased for being soft, or gentle, or compassionate, instead of being strong and independent, not needing other people. But that soft part inside of you that maybe you've even hidden away for fear of being judged, that's the part that Jesus is speaking to in this sermon, that Jesus is blessing. And that's the part that can bring in the kingdom, that does the work of God. Jesus is blessing us and these parts of ourselves that we may be afraid to acknowledge or display because we think we might be judged. Blessed are you. And blessed is the work that you do when you walk in the light and you use those broken edges to reach out to others who are also feeling broken, and to tell them of that love and that strength